Welcome back to Dice at Dusk. Tonight we're going to be going over some free games that you can play on your cell phone. So what I've done for this episode is I've thrown together 5 different games that are available as cell phone apps. Now these are all available for Android. I am not 100% sure if they're available for iOS, but I'm going to assume that most of them, if not all of them, are. And these are by no means a top 5 list. These are just 5 games that I enjoy playing on my cell phone. There's a bunch more that I also enjoy to play, and that will come in later episodes. But as for now, these are 5 free games that I enjoy playing on my cell phone. So let's get right into it. The first one I really like to play is Pharmazone. Now Pharmazone it's basically a Carcassonne knockoff. It's a very good adaptation of that game. It's colorful. You're doing the same things. So you'll be throwing like a tractor on the fields, and you'll be placing somebody in the cities to score points that way, or placing somebody on the roads to score points that way. And it's exactly the same thing as Carcassonne, but it's a different name and kind of a knockoff. Now the music in it can become a little annoying, but most games that I play like this, I just play with no noise. Overall, the game is really good, and as I said, it's a really good adaptation of Carcassonne without being Carcassonne. And I do enjoy playing it an awful lot, and I have spent numerous hours on it. So I would say if you are a fan of Carcassonne, but you don't want to pay for the app, definitely look at Pharmazone, and that will definitely get your fix in. The next game I'd like to talk about is Iram. This is a game by Z-Man Games and is a solo, simple card game. You'll be trying to navigate your way through this dream world, I think. I'm pretty sure that's what you're doing in this. You're trying to open up 8 different doors, and you do this by matching up or doing sequences of cards, different colored cards. So you'll need like 3 green cards in a row to open up or unlock that green door. But there's a symbol on the top of the card, and that symbol, you can't ever repeat that symbol. Say you have the moon, then like the sun, and then the moon, that would be okay, but you would never be able to place down like that sun symbol next to another sun symbol. So all you're doing is you're trying to get these combinations, and you're trying to unlock these doors. But every once in a while, you'll have these ghosts or demons or nightmares, whatever they are, and they'll pop up and they'll make you make the choice of either getting rid of your hand or discarding 5 cards from your deck. And that's very important because once you're done with your deck, the game is over, and either you win or lose. Once you unlock all of those doors, then you will win. And that's what you're doing. It's a simple card game. It's really easy and really fast to play. It is a really, really good adaptation of the game. That's it. That's Iram. The colors are very nice, and the game, just the graphics and everything in this game are very nice. And it's actually hard to believe that it is a free game from Z-Man. Star Realms is the next game I'm going to talk about. Star Realms is a deck building game based in space, or taking place in space, where you are trying to build up ships and bases, trying to attack your opponents and bringing your opponent's hit points down to 0. And that is what you're going to be doing. You're going to be drafting different things, putting them in your deck. You're going to be using those things to try to gain more money, to buy more things from the market, or you're going to be using them to shoot your opponent. You're also going to be building bases, and these bases can do the same thing, but they'll also give you protection. So say your opponent is trying to aim at you, they are going to have to aim at these bases instead. And what's really good about this game is just the synergy and how all the cards work together, and the strategies that you can have in this game. And they can vary greatly just by the cards that you buy from the market. And again, the game is beautifully made. It's fun to play. It's great to look at, and it plays very well, and it's a great adaptation of that game also. The next game is not a game that you're going to be playing by yourself or even against opponents online. That is Triple Agent. Triple Agent is a social deduction game for 5 to 9 players. But in this game, you're going to need 5 to 9 players in the room with you, because what you're going to be doing is everybody in the room is going to be given an identity or be given a role. You're either going to be a virus or you're going to be a service member. The virus team wants the service members to be imprisoned, while the service team wants the virus team to be in prison, or a member of the virus team to be in prison, and whichever one can imprison the other one, they would win. That team would win. And this is just a standard social deduction, but it plays so quick and so easily. What you'll be doing is everybody will be given something. So they'll be given a clue, or they'll be able to see an identity, or they'll show somebody their identity. That is what you'll do, but everybody will only get one thing. And then at the end of it, everybody's going to vote for who they want to imprison. So say you are a service member and you want to show your identity to another service member, then that's what you will be doing. Or if you think somebody around the table is part of the virus and you are a service member, then you're going to want to say, oh, I'll look at his, or just so many different variations of what can happen in this game. But you're only going to get the opportunity to do something once, and you'll be passing the cell phone around the table to do that and to complete that. And at the end of it, you're going to cast your vote and see who's going to be in prison. And the best part of it is when they're throwing these little placards up that say a name, and you're watching, and it's just the anticipation that you have while you're watching these names flip over to see who you have in prison and to see who has won. And like I said, the viruses are trying to imprison a member of the service, and the service is trying to imprison a member of the virus. And that's it. The winning team wins, and that is how Triple Agent is played. The final game is, like I said, this isn't a top 5 list or anything like that. These are just ones that I really enjoy playing. But this game I enjoy playing the most out of all of them. This is Elder Scrolls Legends. This is a very, very simple card game. It's a deck building game. It's simple. You're laying out a card where your attack is against the defense. Again, their attack is against your defense. And you'll be targeting either characters or abilities on the playfield, or you'll be targeting the opponent on the other side. You're trying to get that opponent down to 0 hit points. There are a ton of different cards, and it doesn't seem like, especially the first time you play it, it doesn't seem like a deck building game, but it is. This is my favorite part of the game. At the end of a mission, you're going to have almost like a choose your own adventure. You have a great storyline, a Elder Scrolls-ish storyline, and then you're going to have these choices that you can make. Like, do you kill this guy, or do you let him live? And depending on the choices that you make are the cards that are going to be given to you. So a card for you being nice and letting a guy go is going to be different than a card that is if you were to assassinate somebody or do something bad. And that is where you are going to just make this own adventure for you. And that's why I really like this game out of all of them the most. All of them are really good, and they're free, so you might as well just download them and play them and see how you like them. but the storyline and everything that's in this Elder Scrolls game, it is so rich and great. It feels good, it's nice to watch, and it's making those decisions. It's like, what do I want to do? I really want this card, but I want to be a good guy, but this card's so much better. And that's those choices that this game will make you make, and that's why it is so good, and it's definitely my favorite on this list. But that's it. These are games, 5 free games that you can go on your Android phone, type them in, and definitely download them. Make sure you leave your comments below. Tell me if you like them, if you played them, if I'm dumb for thinking that these are good, but for me, all of these are pretty good. So give this video a thumbs up, leave your comments below, subscribe to this channel, and until next time, play more games.